everyone, it's Pam with Organizer AZ911, and in this organizing video I'm going to do it a little differently. Actually, recently I just put out word that I was looking for ideas on what kind of organizing tips you were looking for. And a woman named Judy recently asked that I do a video specifically about what you can purge in your house. So that's what we're doing in this video. I'm going to start off telling you about things coming right in the door that you can purge right away. And we're going to go through the house and I'll take room by room and tell you the things you can get rid of now so you can have more organization in your home. Okay, so let's start with what comes in the door. Our mail. Huge clutter builder in the home. And the things you can toss first and foremost is your junk mail. Any junk mail you have, I always say put a bin right next to the door that you come in with your mail and get rid of the junk mail right away. Don't let it get past 2 feet in your home, okay? Second thing you can purge are magazines. Give yourself 1 week to read them, and if you don't read them in the first week that they get into your house, you purge them. They're not important enough to read in 1 week, they're not important enough to keep, okay? Third thing you want to purge is any of those specialty catalogs that keep coming in. I know they're great to look at, but guess what? They're available online. So get rid of those. Toss, and then you'll be free of your paper clutter. Okay, now let's talk about dining rooms. A great way to start clearing the clutter in our dining rooms is to limit how many things you have in there. I have seen many a dining room with 4 and 5 different place settings. Not place settings, actually china. Different types of china. Everybody gets handed these things down and they have 5 different kinds, and I say, well, how many formal dinners do you have with this china? And my clients will say, well, maybe once or twice a year. If you're only having once or twice a year that you use something, bring it down to 1, maybe 2 different china patterns and get rid of the rest. So that's what you can purge, is the extra china you have. The second thing you can purge in your dining room is the extra linens. Again, if you're only hosting a few formal parties throughout a year, you don't need 15 different kinds of place settings. Okay, so number 1, china. Number 2, place settings. 2 ways you can purge the extra clutter in your dining room. Okay, let's talk purging in the kitchen. Number 1 thing you can go and purge right away, super simple, expired food, expired spices, expired canned foods, expired salad dressing, okay? You really don't want to be having salad dressing that's maybe 6 months to a year out of date, okay? So, eliminate all the expired food, number 1. Number 2, all the multiple utensils. How many can openers do you really need? How many peelers do you really need? If you're the primary cook and it's only one person peeling the vegetables, you only need 1 peeler. So eliminate the extras on that. Third thing are those wonderful gift items family and friends give us on holidays or our birthdays. If you're not using it at least once a month, consider getting rid of that as well. And then finally, consider eliminating cookbooks, okay? Scan, you know what, most cookbooks, people tell me they have like maybe 5 or 10 recipes that they really like out of the entire 200-page books. Okay, scan those 10 items and get rid of the books. Donate them to the library, sell them online, whatever. Get rid of the books, scan what you want, and then also all those recipes are usually available online anyway. So that's a 4th thing you can purge. You can purge the expired food, the multiple utensils, those unique gift products that our family and friends give us, and your recipe books. Okay, now we're going to talk about your home office. First thing you want to do is keep the items at a minimum on your desk. So 1 pen, 1 pencil, 1 pair of scissors, 1 ruler, 1 item that you absolutely need here. Then keep the extras off-site a little bit. Okay, you can always go and restock later. Keep that desk as clear as possible. Then I want you to remember there's 2 other things to remember when you're purging. 2 words. Scan and shred. And finally, let's talk about things you can purge in your closet. Number 1 easiest thing to think about, if you haven't worn it in a year, you don't need to keep it. I'm not talking about formal clothes that are a once a year kind of event thing. I'm talking your everyday clothes. If you haven't worn it in a year, you don't need it. So purge that. Purge any clothes that don't fit you and fit you well today. Don't hold on to those clothes that they're going to fit you someday. Reward yourself with something new if that happens. So get rid of the ones you haven't worn in a year, the ones that don't fit, and finally anything that's damaged, if you don't fix it in a week, purge it. That is one way you can keep the extra clutter at bay in your closet. And here's another thing. If you find a layer of dust on the top of the shoulder part of your clothes, you haven't worn it recently. Okay? So purge all that extra and get the clutter out of your closet. Okay, one last topic I want to talk about with regard to purging is sentimental items. They tend to be a really hard thing for people to purge. And the one thing I want you to take away from this video is to remember whether it's the item that is special to you or the memory that that item represents. And if the memory is what's special about the item that it represents, take a photo of that item, let the item go, and then you have a photo to help trigger your memory about that special time in your life. Okay? There's a lot more about how to handle sentimental items. I have a tip clip. I'll put a link just up here. You can click on that and go to that about how to organize and purge some of your sentimental items. And hopefully that can help you with a lot of those more difficult choices. All right? I hope this tip helped. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Judy, for giving me this idea about doing a video on purging the items in your house. I welcome anybody. If you have a specific organizing conundrum that you just can't work out, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll try to do a video on it in the future. Or you can also go over to my Facebook page. There's a link down below to that, and you can private message me there. And you can also email me. The link to my email address is down below. Email me your organizing problem, and I will try to do a video in the future to help you out with that. Okay? I'm Pam with Organizer AZ 911. Thanks for watching.